What?
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 You waiting for me?
I didn't know. You were scrolling through your phone. I didn't know if we were starting.
Have you put record on this? Yes.
Yes.
Why are you talking so soft?
And you put record on that?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I did, I think.
You don't care. Yes, you did.
See, I told you I don't care. Folders.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
I need to pour a wine.
You're going to pour a wine.
Yes.
So what do you drink?
I'm just finishing off this.
You're going to go... You got the lumpy bits at the bottom.
I don't think... Oh, no, I spilt some on the table.
Oh, you'll have to lick that off.
I was about to.
I know you were. I got in before you did that.
I don't think this one has lumpy bits in the bottom, which is... I like it. There's one that you get that has lots of sediment at the bottom, and I don't like finishing it because it gets the weird little bits in my mouth.
The sediments.
Yeah, and it gives a weird mouth feel.
You and your weird mouth feels.
So I thought I'd finish this so that I have another one ready to go.
Cool. Good.
We got hacked this week.
My assistant let me get hacked.
It was a real, like...
I was used to do the...
At first I couldn't figure out how they did it, but like I said, I think we figured out how. Anyway, it's not all totally bad, but they
took Bec's new car. They took her new cat. You can now see pussy porn. What's the cat's name again? Grim Pussy Porn.
Oh my God.
The Grim Pussy.
Oh my God.
So they've got a whole channel called Grim Pussy Porn.
And basically there's this, some guy that does a podcast. I'd never heard of him before, but we got an email and they were asking Peter to be a guest, and
didn't you have 2 million or 5 million views or something?
Yeah, something like that, and it was...
I knew that would happen.
It was...
Well, put on Do Not Disturb. Oh, it's my sister.
Favourites.
She's not my favourite.
It's in... So it's going to be a live Facebook event, and it all looked and seemed legit. We looked up who the person was. They did have a podcast. It all seemed very legit. And then...
The only thing is, on the original email, the thing at the bottom that had the blue, which you should click and to take you somewhere, doesn't work.
Oh.
So I think that's a rule. Unless we've got a click that links us back to them on their email, we just do what we do with everybody else. Put them in the junk folder.
Yes. And then they wanted to set us up for online event. They asked if we knew how to how to join the live, and I said, yeah, you just do this, don't you? And they said, no, we'll do a Zoom call and I'll teach you how to set everything up. So they were walking us through it and asked...
So we could get monitorised at the same time.
Yeah. And they asked Peter to screen share, and then... but at first it confused us because they wanted Peter to add another admin person, and then we used my email address. So, and they were like, no, don't enter any password, and don't use your own personal email and all this stuff. But I don't know, it just, the more towards the end of it,
like you sort of got all, I can't see it, because with my triple screens, we're only sharing one screen, and my email screen was hidden from him.
Yeah. Whereas
And I think what you said, if there's behind the Facebook, but how would they, on a shared screen, they wouldn't be able to hover and get that to pop up?
No, because when you click on the accept invite, it would have popped up in the URL on the website. So you've clicked on the accept.
No, we didn't. He told us not to.
Oh, well then I don't know how the hell they've done it.
Yeah, so he said, don't click on the accept, just click on the one below. Because what I think they did is put theirs in as the accept. They didn't want me to accept it because they wanted...
But how did they have access to the emails?
I don't know.
I don't know how it's happened, but anyway, we refreshed and then there was a new email added, and that was the admin of the business page. But...
Well, the admin was your email address.
Yeah, but then there was a third one.
Then it had full access, and all of a sudden mine was limited partial access. And all of a sudden there's 2 new emails in there and they've got full access, and your email then disappeared.
Yeah. But I did a lot of searching around the internet trying to fix this, and Apparently it is a bit of there is other people doing similar scams to get a hold of your business Facebook because they want to run ads off your page and run up these astronomical bills. But joke's on them because we don't run Facebook ads and the card that was linked to Peter's account is expired.
It was expired like 5 years ago.
So they couldn't do
In fact,
anything.
it was long, we haven't done an ad since you've worked.
Yeah, no, we did when I first started.
I did. So that it was about 5 years ago. So anyway.
So joke's on them. And we still
They tried another trick because I changed passwords.
Oh, yeah.
To log in the next day, because we'd done so many change passwords and that to protect ourselves, they wanted me to redo an authorization, even though my computer had already been. And this text came through, and it came from a mobile number and didn't have anything to do with Facebook written on it. So our previous texts all had Facebook as a header, whereas this didn't. It had a mobile number in Melbourne. Anyway.
We don't know if it was in Melbourne.
It was Australia.
So anyway, it was very dodgy, but they haven't I don't think they're going to do anything because that was.
They can't do. Well, they can post stuff,
but they haven't been, and I don't think they're going to.
Money out of
yeah,
that?
That's what I mean. They don't care to post things, and we've still got access to it. We can still post, so it's fine. We still have control of the thing. We're just trying to get them like kicked off as secondary admins.
They're only in the advertising and monetization section.
But we need. I
of
don't
my
want them
business page, not of my personal page.
I know, but I don't want their emails sitting there.
I don't want them there.
So
but
we're trying to get rid of them.
Even worse, so trying to get them removed, impossible. There's nowhere on Facebook that allows you to report that you've been hacked
or even
as a business page.
Even speak to Facebook.
Or speak to Facebook. There's nothing. Everything just goes, reset your password. No.
Done that.
They haven't got access to that part. We want to get to the, business centre.
Yeah.
We've been only hacked in the business centre, but there's nothing.
So annoying.
So if anybody does know something,
but
we want to send them an email or just a message that they can read so they can see that myself on that page with my email address is only got partial access, and these two other people that have nothing to do with my business has full access. So all I have to do is just remove those two, but we can't contact anything in Facebook.
It's frustrating. The customer support is just horrible. Anyway, that's my rant.
I think
maybe the thumbnail we should be in Facebook jail. Maybe you'll Photoshop us in jail.
Is there a Facebook jail?
I don't know.
We have got a picture of us in jail in Eatington.
We can put a Facebook symbol behind us. We can be in Facebook jail.
Why don't we just both of us hold things, and one is the login name, the other one is our password.
Anyone else want to hack us? Jump on in. It's a free for all.
But yeah, service, big business. Well, in most business service, I've had a poo of a week. Well, I have.
Oh, you have? Yeah.
Well, no, you didn't even hear the latest thing.
Do tell.
Well, who I'd already cancelled but managed to get it working again. And now every time I turn on the computer, I have to go in and set up the app again with Hewlett Packard. They refuse to let you use your printer unless you are logged into them. As soon as you log into them, they've got access to everything you do, and you get their emails come through, and
What do you mean they have access to everything you do?
Well, in the way of once you turn the computer on, their screen comes up. And do you need to buy this product for us now? Oh, have you thought about... Yeah, no, it's really dodgy. So Hewlett Packard is cancelled. In fact, most big businesses, trying to get support off anybody these days is a joke. And even Bec's seen a sign of this joke just with getting her car. Just how useless people are.
My car wasn't as useless as yours is.
Yeah, well, I got paid back. He was not happy, Jan. He was so not happy. He's stuck with the car for another month, so they've got to pay their figure on it for another month because he was too lazy for 3 days
to submit
submit my finance.
I just don't understand what he was doing. Like, you did all your stuff. You sent him everything he needed, and then he just sat there and twiddled his thumbs for 2 days.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
And then lied to me, and I was really going to take it. I hate being lied to. So when I rang him up, when he rang me, he goes, oh yeah, it's taken him a few days to okay it. And then later on that day, he wants all his paperwork. He goes, you haven't even sent it in to him because this is he wanted my previous account number. So he hadn't even sent it in.
And then you got a text message
And I got a
yesterday
text,
saying your finance.
Thank you for submitting a finance request. So, and when I brought it up with him today, he didn't argue. I said they sent me a thing saying you only put the finance request in yesterday afternoon, and he's quiet, nothing. And I said, well,
That sucks though.
that sucks. Well, he's the what do they call him, the owner or the. There's a name from... You got introduced to one at Mercedes.
A manager?
No. Always go brain dead on podcasts.
I can't...
The principal.
Oh, the principal.
The principal of this company. They introduced you. You kept looking at your cleavage when you weren't even wearing a cleavage top. Gee, the guys yesterday want you to do the naked in the streets in front of the car.
I know. Why do you have to show people this? We're just picking up my new car, and then Peter's going to whip out his phone and show the naked and be like, "Oh,
no, it was only
and then they're all like, "Oh wow, you're brave."
I didn't just whip it out. It was because you're getting your photo with you and your bow
So
in the
that
car.
doesn't mean you need to show.
No, I suggested, why don't we just do the naked in front of the car? And they looked at me, so I wanted to take away that you don't do naked. But when you look at the picture, it looks like you're naked, so that didn't work.
Bruise.
You're bruised. That's because that's when you crashed it.
No, because I fell on the other side.
Oh,
I don't know how.
maybe you did zoomies again. Kill things at night.
No, that's my cats killing toilet paper at midnight.
Getting toilet paper. So if anybody knows a way of getting into a proper help centre, not just a circle of going round and round in circles, the same thing, it doesn't give you any other option when you get to the end.
For Facebook.
Facebook.
Please let us know.
But
If you work for Meta, that would be even better. It would be
I feel sorry for you if you work for Meta. Did I mention the thing about Congress last week?
Don't know.
With all the social medias in front of Congress?
I don't know.
Well, it was pretty awesome. Watching Zuckerberg just got ripped a complete new one. He couldn't even answer to any of them. One of them was about child porn. And they had proved that their algorithm suggested sites for pedophiles to go to. So they were able to say, hey, you look like a pedophile, here's some child porn for you. And when it comes up, it's got a warning that this may contain inappropriate images. Click OK. And the guy in Congress says, why, if it's inappropriate images, why are you allowing him to look at it? So you know it's inappropriate and you're telling him to click OK?
Yeah.
And you've sent it to someone that you suspect is a pedophile?
That's gross.
It was really gross. And he couldn't say a single word against it. And he tried to argue one point. They sort of asked how many times had this screen come up per day? And Zuckerberg, I don't know, how am I supposed to know this? He goes, yeah, well, for a year now we've been sending emails to your company requesting this answer, and we haven't never had a reply.
Yeah, because no one works for them. That's why you can't call them and get in touch with support.
Oh, that's right, because they're all AIs now.
Most likely.
That's what the problem is. I wonder if it was an AI hacker.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely.
So what did you do this week?
I got a new car. I picked it up.
You picked it up.
It's like a spaceship. I took Jared for a drive in it last night. For anyone that knows, the Mercedes have the ambient lighting, and so I was driving and Jared was like, ooh, and I was like, yeah, you change it here, and he was fiddling with all the colours.
And Jared does visuals as a hobby, so
he was doing visuals in the car.
next he'll build an app to hack it so he can actually put his visuals into it.
He raised a good point though. He was like, I'm really surprised that because I put the brightness fully up, so it's like.
Of course you did.
Yeah, of course. And he's like, I'm surprised this is allowed. Like, I'm surprised the cops aren't like, this is too much of a distraction.
You can turn on your interior lights.
Yeah, I guess
That's
so.
that's now not allowed. Not.
What?
That's allowed. Not allowed. That's allowed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. I don't know. It's just because I guess because they like move and they're different colours. Well, they change. They don't move. The lights stay on one
Indicators come on and off, flashing.
That's true. I'm happy that it's allowed. I like it. It looks like a spaceship.
So what was the answer on the sound system?
It's good.
It's good.
Yep.
Is it better than the common whore?
I think he said it's not better than his. But his is custom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a sub.
He's got a sub, which he installed himself. And
So it won't be very tuned.
It is very tuned.
If he's installed himself, he hasn't...
He's a sound engineer.
Is he?
He went to uni for it.
You sure now?
Yes.
Are you positive?
He used to do wiring at speakers at gigs and stuff like that.
Well, that's a different thing than... Where do you get the sub... Like, is a sub tuned to his boot?
I don't know that
I don't know that
I just
much.
like that it sounds good. I know that if you get... If I have
Oh,
to,
you like the seat vibrations?
No, I like if you turn it... If it gets past, I think, like 20 or 21 in his car, it sounds really like... It's good.
Oh, so you should have that in your car because you got a Mercedes. That's a pimp car.
Yeah, I know. I want a
He's
sub
just
in
got
mine.
a thing he should.
Can we put a sub in mine?
How are you going to... No.
Why?
You're going to have an amplifier put in. They've got to wire it all into the system. Are you going to pay for this?
I don't get to keep the car, so...
Oh, so you want me to pay for it? And I don't get to even to drive in it.
You can borrow it. I'm something in my tooth.
A filling?
No, it's like digging into my gums. Probably a bit of lunch.
Probably going to what?
It's probably a bit of lunch. You get a
Bit of lunch.
I get a bit of toothpick after this.
You have to get a toothpick.
It's hurting me. Anyway.
So that's all you've done this week?
Oh.
That's as much as you've done?
No, we got hacked. We got a new car.
That's it.
My cat decided to rip up toilet paper, an entire roll of toilet paper at midnight last night.
I told you, it's so much. That's so cheaper than if it got into your plants. Imagine if you came out and your Monstera was all shredded.
God, that would
Or your bat
fry.
flower.
I don't have one of those.
Oh,
It died.
you killed it, so you didn't even need a cat to kill that.
I didn't kill it. It just died.
Just died.
It just died. It wasn't me though. What else notable have I done this week? I don't think I've done anything else that's very notable.
Notable.
Yeah, I don't.
Quiet dog. Oh, wants to come up.
I'll pick it up. The
You
doggus.
can put it in between us. It can be the condom. It'll protect me.
This is our guest speaker for the week.
Oh, kill my poor little
I'm
dog.
killing it.
Yeah, she's killing you, isn't she?
I'm not.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what have you done this week that was notable?
I'm working on the band video.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's notable.
Notable. I'm working on our...
I had a shower.
Oh, riveting. You pissed off your neighbour by having your wife park in front
That
of
was
it.
my wife did that, not me. I pissed off the neighbour at the Swings studio, but he pissed me off even more.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's just a worker. He's just got no history. I've been there 14 or 15 years. They've been there maybe 4 years. And there's parking problems where we are because there's a gym and there's a dance studio who both have... The dance studio has 6 parking spots. The gym has 28. And they've got 3,000 members. So they just want to park it in everybody else's places. And when the next... I said, I only need 4. I need 1 for myself and Beck and 1 for a client and a hair and makeup.
Yeah.
It's all I need. So I'm going to get owls that we need painted red and put signs that you'll be towed and it will blow your car up and Beck will pee on it. If you park in these 4 spots, we put witches' hats out. And then 1 spot one way is for whoever wants to use it, and 1 spot the other way, I'll let their float house use it. So they could paint it their colours and put their sign on it. Mm-hmm. And we had I shot motorbikes this week. I shot that motorbike. Mm-hmm. So that came at like 7:30 in the morning. It was on a car and a trailer and it had 4 antique bikes in it. You need someone to park it. So I said, yeah, just leave our 2 spots for you and me and take up our other 2. Then you can take the one across my double garage door and just one of the next one. And we're about an hour into the shooting. He was only going to be there 2 hours. And a guy comes out and goes, can you move the car? And I said, he goes, you're taking up 2 of my parking spots. I said, hang on a minute. no, we're only taking up one of your parking spots, and you got 3 empty. Oh, we've got clients coming in. And I said, well, you do know that this spot here is actually my parking spot that I'm letting you use. He goes, no, it's painted our colours, it's ours. I said, that's fine. If he moves the car, you're going to lose that parking spot forever. Or you can leave us sit here for 1 hour more and finish.
My favourite was when I heard him still complaining out for the front to someone.
Was he?
Yeah, after you and him had your little blue.
I didn't have blue. I said, tell me what to do. I move it, you lose your spot forever. Do you want to ring your boss up and see if he's happy with this idea?
Yeah, I heard him talking. I heard him, maybe he was on the phone to the boss, but I heard
he
him
might have been on the phone to the
having a
boss.
bitch out the front, and I was like, well, that's funny.
Yes.
I love a public freak out.
Yes, he was pretty freaky outables.
Freaky outables.
Yeah, it's a freaky outable person.
You have so many public freakouts about those car spots.
I know, people don't get it.
But
We just want 4 parking. We pay for this spot. They are our 6 of them are ours. We're paying for them. We're just asking that we have access to our 4 right at our front door. So if we have celebrities come in and things like but they can just get straight in the door. They're not walking past the freaking gym and places like that.
Yeah.
And for gear to go in and out of stuff and.
Yeah.
And these it's normally P-platers. So do they have P-platers overseas?
I don't think so.
So in Australia, if you're a loser, you have an L plate on. If you're a prick, you have a P plate on. You have a green and a red P.
Yeah, red
so
P's
it means
first.
a big prick, and a green P means you graduated a little bit better than a big prick.
Red one's for the first year that you get your license, and
It's just 1 year?
it's just 1 year. But if you get your license over the age of 21, you just go straight to green P's. But if you're on your red, you can only have one person in the car aged between like 16 and 20.
5, isn't it?
I don't think it's 25, it's a bit younger than that.
And
it's basically anyone that's...
drive it not...
Yeah, no, you can drive no.
With someone that age?
You're only allowed, you're only allowed one of them.
One of them.
Yeah, and you can't, but green and red peas, if you get breathalyzed, you've got to have 0 alcohol. Like you can't have a drop, whereas when you're on your big boy license, you can have...
Big boy license.
0.05.
You can have 6 bottles of red wine.
You can have I can have about 2 glasses of wine.
About 2.
And then still...
What size glass? And how full's the glass? It's alright to say that. You'll turn up with, I only have 2 glasses. They're about the size of a gallon bucket each.
If I have more than that, then I've got to wait for a few hours before I can drive.
Especially at your weights.
Yes, I know.
But anyway, with most problems I have are the green peas. They're all cocky shit.
Yeah, because they've graduated from being... See, red peas, you're still a little bit scared. You're like, oh, I've just got my licence. I don't want to piss anyone off on the road. Whereas your greens, you're like,
I'm the king of the road.
Yeah, I remember being...
Everyone else can go get effed.
I think I was a bit of a wanker green pea plater. Because I used to smoke in my car and I'd wind the window.
Would you throw the butts?
No, I had an ashtray in there, but I'd have the windows down. It'd have my music blare and anyway. Let's
and
not
yelling
talk
the
about...
C word at people that didn't cut you off.
I only yell that word at people that do cut me off. I still do, but my windows are up now, so
Don't they laugh at you when you say crayon?
They can't hear me though because my windows are up.
Oh, you're one of those. I'm going to abuse you in silence. In fact,
I actually get pretty bad road rage.
have you tried sign language?
No.
Hey, did you see that one? I think it was in Canada. They had a sign language girl that was being paid to do it, and people started ringing up the television saying, a person doesn't know how to do signs. They're just moving their fingers. Nothing they're doing is making sense. And she was charging the government to do this.
That's so good.
I love the Jim Jeffries one.
Oh,
Remember Jim Jeffries?
Yes, of course
what
I do.
What does that mean?
Isn't that docking?
No, I think that's rooting.
Oh, and I think that's how he goes into talking about docking.
Oh, is that?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Was that anal? I can't remember. There's something.
My friend CJ, she knows how to do sign. She was telling me the other day that this means bullshit. Bull on the shit. Thought that was really cool.
What I don't get is, no, it's really bad, but I don't get, especially when COVID, because 90% of TV was COVID announcements, and it would always be someone signing in the COVID announcement, and the amount of time they pull these stupid faces.
I think it's probably like...
Or they look like they're about to throw up, and...
I think it's because we use like tones of voices, and so maybe the faces have to do with the tone that the word is. I don't know sign language.
Well, one of them that was up with that horrible, who now's the Premier, he was doing something like some orgasmic sort of face like that. So what tone's on that? We're going to butt F you?
I don't know. I'll ask CJ and report
You'll
back
ask
to
CJ.
I'll report back to you.
So I've got to find the bit of him doing something.
I'll report back to you. I'll ask her.
Unless it might have been to do with making cocktails in a bar.
Oh my god. I think I've told Jared that now. Jared, like, both of us kind of look. So Peter
Everybody I've told, it said they can't look at it. It doesn't work on women bartenders. Does not work at all. It's only men.
Male bartenders, when they're making a cocktail, the face they pull.
When they're shaking the thing is like they're jerking off. And it's got nothing face, and all of a sudden they start doing it, and they full go, oh, they get these. I told Bec one day, and then she's looked and
I just can't.
Exactly. You can't watch that, can you?
If I'm sitting in a bar and so like all of a sudden I start hear the shaker, I'll just like, I'm just gonna look down. I don't want to.
But the women don't do it. They just keep the exact same face.
Yeah, because we don't have to make that movement for.
No, if you are making that movement, you're bored. It's like, come on, hurry up. Would you come on?
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Their face doesn't change.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my god, how did we get to this topic?
How did we get to this topic?
How did we end up here? This is not where I parked my car.
Yeah, well, this is a bit like where you were saying yesterday, because with her new Mercedes drug dealer car, she's so used to having reverse drive. We're in Australia, so it's in the centre console. We sit on the right side of the car. Unless you're in Bec's bed, you're on the left. You won't even go into that one. But we sit on the right side of the car, so the left hand does your gear shifter. So on automatic, you got your park drive and all that here. So that people not on YouTube, it's the hand that's on the other side to the side you're driving on.
My left-hand side.
So now she's got something like a little indicator arm, sits near the steering wheel. So it's now like the old car. It is. The old Aussie cars. Stick shift on the actual column shift.
Yeah.
So she's
that's
got
how
up
I've got
there.
that's where so I push it up to reverse and then down to go into drive, and then to park I push it in. There's a little button to push in. So I'm still like, I go to reverse.
I told you, it's this one's the reach around. So if you just think about reaching around from behind, and this one is them laying on the bed and you're going, come on, would you hurry up?
Oh my god.
You're just only used to this one. You got to get used to this one, the reach around.
I'll get used to it. My mother-in-law has a Mercedes, and she said it doesn't take too long. You get used to it.
So she does reach around. You'll have to ask her.
She said if my father-in-law drives it, he'll go to indicate and always puts the car in neutral, because he's not used to driving to European cars, so he's used to the indicator being on that side.
Our European cars, our indicator's on our left-hand side.
Yeah, so he's used to
the... And Australian cars, it's on the right.
On the right. So he's used to... So he'll go to indicate and then just puts the car in neutral. He's like, oh, whoops.
I always hate it when we get hire cars. It's the first day or something, every time on the indicator, I took the windscreen wipers on. And then when I get home, I get my car, and then I do the same, because I'm now trained to put windscreen wipers on.
I do the same if I have to borrow Jared's car. Although if he's had to drive my car, I think at first he was pretty bad. But even when we were in Europe, because he'd driven my car a few times, he was like, just like, he hopped in the rental car that we got, and he's like, this is Bec's car, this is Bec's car, I'm on the wrong side, but this is Bec's car.
And the car we had, I did a couple of times, the car we had in Adelaide.
Yeah.
You always do, because you're so used to...
But you get used to things after
Well, I haven't got used to you yet.
Yes, you have.
You think I have, but I haven't.
You've gotten used to my splatitude. Yeah, you realise that I'm not a morning person. And if I give you splatitude in the morning, you know I don't mean it. I'm just not a morning person.
Just not a morning person.
I'm not.
Anyways. I've been doing fair bits of lurkins of late.
What are you lurking, you gherkins?
Well, I was lurking stuff about carnivore versus keto, but all these different diets. It's really funny. You listen to these doctors and they've got like completely opposite views about what a piece of broccoli does or what on the carnivore, the guy who was pushing a carnivore diet says that I think it was Brussels sprout. Well, most people don't want to eat it anyway, so it's a good out for them. So it has this acid, and this acid will do this and this and this, and your dick will fall off. Well, practically that's what he said.
Practically.
And then on this other doctor, I think, which is more keto or whatever doctor, was saying you should eat this and not eat what the other one was saying, but it was like, you're as bad as politicians.
That's why
You just eat.
Just eat what I want and drink what I want, then complain that my metabolism is slowing down because I'm 31 and I should work out and I can't be bothered getting up early to work out and I get home and I can't be bothered doing it. That's just how I like to live. I don't listen to anyone. I do what you say. I stick my fingers in my ear and I don't listen to anyone.
Well, we just need to put blackouts over all your mirrors and you don't have to look at yourself.
No, because you want to take photos of me.
I'd still shoot you if you're fat. There's lots of issues. Change your only farts to only Bec Fat page. We can just chock you up. We can just only eat sugars.
But I wouldn't be happy and then you wouldn't get a good face.
Oh, but other people would be happy.
I think that's a thing we actually get asked a lot, like, why don't you shoot curvy, like on YouTube a lot, like everyone's like, oh, why are you only ever shooting these stick skinny models?
Because curvy girls don't want to be photographed.
Yeah. It's like, it's not like you're being exclusive or anything. It's just
there's people I know that there's models are really, really good models, are really experienced. They could actually still get killer pictures, but they look at themselves in the mirror and just hate themselves.
Yeah.
There's no way known they're going to get in front of a camera because they don't like what they see, so they don't want someone to photograph it.
I think I even saw one recently that someone's like, why don't you just shoot everyday people? It's like, okay, let's get someone who's not a model into the studio, who's not comfortable being photographed, and then let's stick you behind the camera, me standing there with the gimbal, a wide, an RX. Like, let's put all these cameras on this person who's not used to this.
Well, yeah.
And then be like, now look good.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to slide your foot back a bit and turn your shoulders in though first. But this is a little bit, I think we touched a little bit, I can't remember if we mentioned
I feel like
podcast.
We've mentioned this before, but...
No, I meant the last one about the one I watched. Definitely in the posing video, that hasn't gone up yet, has it, with you? No, I've only edited it. So on YouTube, it'll come up soon. I've got a video where we started to do a little bit of posing teaching with Bec. And it was based off a video that I'd seen on YouTube. And it was a model who is now a photographer, and she did like 20, 30 minutes in front of the camera in a lounge room just showing how to pose. And that's all good and well. And she looked good. Didn't matter what she did, she looked good because she was comfortable in every single one of those poses because this is what she's been doing for at least 5 years of her life.
Yeah.
But you grab someone who is not comfortable, and as soon as you start asking them to do the things she was doing, they just feel weird. Like even you, if I told you to put your thumbs in your hooks in your jeans and push down, that would never be your face.
Yeah. But I guess then the trick to it, because then it's like, well, then how do you take photos of everyday people? And then I guess the trick is, like what you've done a few times is take it, like, don't let them think it's...
Don't let them think it's a real shoot yet. You're just setting up lights. You're talking to them. This isn't the important shot.
So they don't have the pressure on them.
And then get them talking about things they really enjoy and things they like. All of a sudden they relax down. You can just snap away while you're talking. They don't really realise Yeah. And it always works. We've had the odd person that hasn't worked. There was a jeweller that we had to do for her book.
Oh, yeah.
But she was just wanted to be a superstar the whole time. So I couldn't get her to turn off. She was too busy trying to look hot.
Yeah. I remember you were trying every trick.
A 70-year-old woman trying to look hot, it's not fun.
No, I just remember you trying every trick. Yeah. We obviously weren't filming or anything. I was just on the sidelines working and just overhearing, and I was like, oh, okay, he's trying that one now.
Oh, that didn't work. He's gone to this one.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool. If that didn't work, it's on this one. And then I was like, oh, that didn't work either. He's trying this one.
We are trying to try and do some tutorials on proper posing, but we need to get 3 or 4 models who have never ever worked with me.
And when agencies don't
for me to make them look like they don't know what they're doing on YouTube.
Yeah.
So that's really a big ask. They're going to learn heaps. Like, we get kickback at most of the workshops we do around the world. Segue, we've got our dates up for our workshops, by the way. Anyway, we'll put a link to you. Oh, it's already, our links are for the workshops are down there already.
Yeah, but there's Billy and there's...
Yeah.
For Europe and for Brisbane and for Sydney.
Very quick too, so people need to get in quick.
They do. I think
I can't believe I can't believe Edinburgh. It's only been up a day and it's sort of...
I know.
I didn't even think they'd have... the studio looks good that was sent through.
Oh, yeah, I need to look at that. But no, we've got... Yeah, a few of them are selling like craziness. But we've also got Sydney and Brisbane if you're in Australia, by the way.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
We get kickback from models and stuff?
Yeah, so on workshops, even the ones, especially in LA... Was it LA or New York? It's either New York or LA, so all the models, both of them came from Wilhelmina. They were mainly catwalk models, but they were really confident women. They were really, really good in that way.
So lovely.
And originally got a little bit of kickback, and after the first little thing I taught them, that was like, what else can you teach us?
What do you mean kickback?
As I'm saying things, you can see them something like, who the F are you? I've been modelling for 4 years and you reckon that I can't model?
Yeah.
Well, I never say they can't model. I get everybody
you say
in
fail.
There fail. Everybody in the room, I get them to judge them, don't I? I just say, did they pass or fail? And they all go fail. And they just look at me going, what have you done?
I feel like the word fail is just so, like, if someone said that to me, I'd be like,
But within 3 minutes of that happening, all of a sudden they get it and go, oh, this is so different to what I just did.
I guess so, yeah.
And this is so much more comfortable to what I just did.
I guess.
So, but it's, I don't know, sometimes, I think that's why I like using the word break the model. Sometimes it's better to take them into this area of kickback.
Budgies too loud. Should I close that glass door?
Oh, if you think they're too loud, yeah, maybe so. I think they've seen the other wild birds have come down to eat the seed, and now they're getting all excited because it's sort of like you in a cage, and
that is exactly what has happened. Yes.
Yes, you're in a cage, and MGK and what's his name, Staten Island's flown down next to you, and you're in a cage and on the outside, and you go, "Hey, big boy."
I would never say that. That's disgusting.
Hey, big boy.
Yes.
To another bird.
To a use.
Yeah, but as I was saying, I think getting that pushback is what I'm looking for. I do want that resistance. Because if I can then get them from negative to positive just by one little change, and all of a sudden they go, oh. Then all of a sudden they just go, tell me more. This was, like, I tried to fight you on this and you've won. And I can't even argue with you. I need to learn more.
I love it at the end when I'm like, okay, and you're all finished. And they're like, wait, what? What? Like, yeah, thank you so much. And they're like, oh, but I want to stay. Like, I don't want to go. They're always like, this has been the funnest job ever. Like,
yeah, I think it was the New York girls were like that, weren't
they?
They
didn't want to leave. They just kept standing around. And I was like, that's it. Like, you're done. You can just go and chill, enjoy your afternoon. And they're like, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
That's cute.
It's a shame. I really wish that I could just keep them for another hour. But it'd be too hard to, because I'd want to spend an hour with each.
Yeah.
So someone would have to wait around for 3 hours afterwards. And I'm normally pretty tired after a workshop anyway.
Exhausted.
But sometimes I just feel another 15, 20 minutes one-on-one without anybody, I'll get a killer picture out of her. Like, I'll get a picture that she'll be so happy with.
I think what year was it? 2022. Last time we were in Milan, we only had a small group, so we could really slow things down. One of the models we'd been trying to shoot with her. Actually, hopefully she'll be available this year when we're in Milan, because we've been trying to organise just you to shoot, like do a test with her just one-on-one, not on a workshop. But you've only worked with her on a workshop. And I remember at one point you said to everyone, you're like, look, do you guys mind if I just spend 15, 20 minutes just shooting with her and you guys can watch? We'll just pretend that no one's in the...
We'd got through everything we needed to get through. So is that... Yeah. So then it was like, I'll try and come up with something. No, I'm certain I'd like to watch me actually
just
work. Just
how you would work if they weren't there.
Yeah.
I think everyone found that quite enjoyable to see.
I've had a couple of times when we've says, I'm just going to shoot the model for 5 minutes so you can see how I work. I've had a few people say you should do more of that.
Yeah.
Like said they learnt more watching the brick wall, and the brick wall falls down, a little bit of pushback, then no pushback at all, then all of a sudden they go to a new level, then they see the pictures and they glow, they get back in front of the camera and go to another level.
We did a few things differently on that because, like I said, it was a small group, so we got through everything a lot quicker. But I remember there was even going back to shooting just everyday people, you did a section where you shot the photographers.
Oh, that's right.
And got them to be on the other side so that they could actually see what it's like to be on the other side. And I guess once you understand that, it might help you being...
Well, there was one photographer that wanted me to take his photo anyway. Yeah. He spurred it on. And I said, all right, so you're my client. You've come into my studio, you need a portrait upper body shot. What's it for? And he looked at me, I said, I need to know what it's going to be used for.
Is it for your Instagram? Is it for your LinkedIn?
LinkedIn,
is it for your
Facebook,
Tinder?
your Tinder? Is it for your Grindr? Is that the... I don't know. I asked him, what's it for? So he then said... I think he said he was looking for something to go on as his social media, as his headshot. I said, all right, so who do you want to look like? Like, do you want to look like a George Clooney? Do you want to be a Brad Pitt? Do you want to, I named all these famous guys that definitely have different feels about them. And I can't remember who he picked, but he picked someone. I said, all right, cool. So when they look at you, what is the one emotion they want to feel?
You want them to feel.
Want them to feel when they look at your picture. And there was so much, it was just, I said, well, this is what I do with all my clients. So if they've got new lingerie brand, I say, so what one emotion do you want people to feel when they're looking at your new lingerie brand? And if you can't answer it, how am I supposed to take a photo of it? There can't be two emotions, it can only be one emotion. So when we got him onto that, so he wanted to... When people looked at him, they felt trustworthy of. He felt like he's someone I could trust.
Yeah.
So instantly, I think he went with Ryan Gosling. Was the type of look he wanted, just the everyday Ryan Gosling, not his acting look, like the everyday looking of him, and he wanted to be trusted. So firstly, I said, well, stand like your favourite stance of Ryan Gosling. And he sort of stands there, just lean against the wall a little bit, cool. And I said, you want to be trusting. So what person do you know that you trust your life with? And he mentioned it was a friend of his. So the friend so if you went out surfing to do something, I said, what would be the best thing to do with him to make you most comfortable with trusting him for it? And we're talking, and I'm going, click. This is sort of about the thing he was going to do, which made him think about the trust. And I showed him the back of the picture. He goes, oh my God, I'm giving up photography. That was his exact word. And I showed everyone else, and he goes, it looks just like him. But yeah, I'd trust him, whereas in real life, I would never trust him. But it's these things, and it's a lot of this stuff, people just want to go from 0 to 100 in 10 minutes.
Not put in the hard yards.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
The piano player I was telling you about that finished up doing dubstep at the end in this beautiful hall, and everyone's there to hear classical music, and he did like 10 minutes of classical, then broke out into this incredible dubstep, but still playing classical on his own. He just had a drum track and some sounds coming behind him. And the way he made a very, very tight-assed freaking classical people listening all of a sudden open up and cheer at the end. And
Tight-assed classical people.
I don't know. I know plenty of them. It's like anybody it's like camera club presidents. It's a room full of well, it's like any of those things.
I know what you
know
mean.
what I mean?
It's
like the people with the hi-fi people who have their hi-fi. And when you go and sit in their hi-fi room, you have to sit right there. Shh.
It's like the elitists in the psytrance community.
All the
because
elitists.
I listen to like cheesy prog and they say
you can cross boundaries, but they not.
No, they're like if I say like my favourite psytrance is like that's not psytrance, that's the commercial, that's cheesy prog, and I'm like, what do you listen to? And they're like, oh, I listen to the, and it's like, and I'm like, that is not music. That is. I'm like, that's not music. That is just random sounds, and that is not enjoyable. At least mine has melody. Anyway, but yeah, elitist. Anyway, there's elitists anywhere.
In my garden.
There's
words.
There's elitists with everything.
I know, and sometimes I get a bit elitist with fashion, which is wrong. I mean, I hate when I do it.
No, I feel like catwalk, you can be elitist with that, and I love being an elitist.
That's what I think. Well, not just catwalk. I'm going to sound horrible now. There's so many photographers that say they want to be a fashion photographer, look at my fashion work, and it's like, that's glamoury porn, that's not fashion. And you can have a fully naked person in fashion and then somebody in a tracksuit doing the glamour, and you see the difference. Right? So the fully naked person, you don't see the body, you don't see anything. It's all about the shape and the form and the attitude. Whereas as soon as your boobs out, bum out, and you're big boy, as soon as you get all that crap, that's not fashion. It's either boudoir, soft porn, whatever you want to call it. And yet some of my work, if you look at it in the wrong eyes, could come across that way. But that was one of the things I loved about Helmut Newton. Anybody can have something published in Vogue and Playboy same month. So he's making women happy and men happy the same month. That's pretty friggin' good.
I didn't know he swung both ways.
Sorry?
I didn't know he swung both ways.
You know, I don't think he did swing. No, she was with June. He was with Alice Springs.
I was more laughing at the fact he said that he made women happy and men happy. I was using
Well, he
humour.
mightn't swing both ways.
I was using humour.
Humour. The humans.
Humour.
Anyway, what'd you do this week?
We've already spoken about what I did this week.
Oh, you just had me talking for evers.
No, I was chiming in. I started this.
Chiming like a doorbell.
Yes, ding ding. Someone is home.
We've been what?
What?
I'm saying how long we've been.
Oh, you're done talking to me?
No, I was just saying how long we've been. Yeah, no, you can go now. What are you going to bring to the plate
I've
this
brought
week?
plenty to the plate this week.
You can't do the hackers because that would happen to both of us.
I've already spoken about the hackers.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So
why
that's what I said. You can't
do.
bring that in. So bring something new to the plate.
I'm still just the way that the fact that they managed to get both of us, like, and I think we're pretty
No,
cluey.
sorry. You know I have dyslexia. And even during the thing I was saying, I can't... You're going too quick. I can't Remember I kept saying to him? I have dyslexia. I can't... You're saying go to here. I said I can't see that word.
Even when I told... So Jared's the one who figured out how they probably did it with the copying the URL, because he was like, see, like, it's only like a quick thing. They would have known to look out for that, blah, blah, blah. But when I was telling him, he was like, that's very elaborate and very, like...
Oh, no, I said to you when we first started thinking something wasn't right, and I said, but the story, the amount of effort they went through...
For the story,
lead up, those 2 or 3
know.
emails beforehand, or setting up the interview. Even in it, it was going over the money they were going to pay for my time.
I know.
Then there was...
Oh, he's
the
good.
questions,
So you're
and
gonna,
then
we're
you're going
gonna
to have a meeting with him beforehand. We only need you for 40 minutes. We're going to pay you for an hour.
This is what I mean. There was so much, and that's why, like, even Jared's like, damn, that is a lot of effort for a hack.
I reckon the person had worked. Whoever wrote that script, that had definitely worked within the industry, because they're the type of things when I'm dealing with the people I'm dealing with, that's the type of talk we're talking about. So all that stuff,
So
that's all
crafty.
the pre-stuff we do for before we quote on jobs or before we do a job, what's expected, let's have a meeting.
You're meant to be having your podcast with this person in 15 minutes.
Oh, I better get on.
Yeah, I still haven't received that contract. Still haven't received your script.
I still think that it might be quite funny for us to send an email back to them saying, hey, we still haven't received, you said you were going to contact us about the pre.
Look, I really...
Because I'd most likely jump on it because I think, oh shit, here's another way into the back door. And if we quickly contact one of those scammer sites and say, hey, we've got a scammer lined up. Do you want to jump in on this and let's get him?
That could be funny. But you see, and I think we said this the other day that we were going to email them back and be like, you're a scammer, blah, 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 call them out. But while they've got admin access, I think they might be able to delete the account.
No, they don't have, they only have control over ad
No,
and
I've
monitor and say, no, they can't go in and change my password. They can't go to any of that.
I
They're
just-
only in, they're only in Meta business part. That's the only part they're in.
I don't want to aggravate them.
No, but I'm just...
I definitely want to screw with them. Don't get me wrong. I
Well,
love
I'm
shit
just going to
stirring.
go back being super gullible and you're going to get all excited. We can string them out for a month. Oh, shit, no, we can't make that day. Sorry, can we do...
If you want to, but I reckon we should just let sleeping dogs lie. As much as I want to, I just reckon...
You don't want me to have my...
I do. I want to have fun. I think it'd be friggin' hilarious to mess with them.
Especially if we record it.
I love messing...
I'm certain that it could be really fun. if
Messing
we
with people,
recorded
messing-
everything and then we can put it into a YouTube.
That would be so... See, like, but I do this. If I figure out that someone's messing with me, I'll mess with them back. Like, I love this.
Oh, cool.
But I don't want to piss these people off and then...
Well, somewhere in Poddyland is going to tell us how to get in touch with...
Hope so. Please, guys.
So what we can do is we can do that messing thing, then remove them instantly.
Yeah, that'd be good. I also even found an email for this person that allegedly was meant to be doing this interview, podcasting with you, telling that they haven't replied. I'm like, that's... But I mean, he's got like 1 million followers or
Yeah,
something.
one of Al, a model I work with, not Al,
Ow.
Lottie, she got something from...
Scammed, yeah.
She got scammed using my name.
Yeah, so
And
someone...
it didn't have
said
my normal address, Peter Colson photo.
It said Peter Colson photo at Gmail.
At Gmail.
And it sent Lottie an email saying photos and had a Google Drive link. And she's just... And it said she didn't double check everything and just clicked on the drive and then got her stuff hacked, which I feel really bad about. So
I felt bad about that
Yeah.
too, but I think everyone has to be so... Well, I thought we'd been careful. We'd be 100 times more careful now because there's a couple of things... We get lots of stuff coming through which is scam.
Yeah.
So much comes through onto
this
us.
seems
And most of
legit.
us we can pick up straight away. We just want to look at email addresses or things like that, and when it says at Hulu or something like that.
My mum got scammed again the other week.
Again?
And it was a similar thing. So when my mum got scammed...
Not parcel.
Yeah, another thing. So she got scammed. She saw a Facebook ad that said it was 85% off Tiffany jewellery. And the first thing that comes to her mind is my sister's 50th birthday present. And, okay, my sister's 46, so why is she already thinking about her 50th? And then she goes on and she tries to buy some jewellery, and then she got a call from the bank and they were like, no, it's see it. You can't see your card anyway. When she told my sister was like, well, it serves you right. Because one, why are you thinking about my 50th? And two, what? I'm only worth 85% off. Like, I don't deserve full price for my 50th. You bitch.
Yeah, your mum's the worst. I'm going to try and buy expensive sounding stuff, but buy it at like 80% off.
So
And we all know that you never seen 80% sale off from Chanel or Apple or companies, like the really good companies don't have sales for a reason.
No.
That is our price. This is how much we're selling it for.
So she got a new card and everything, and she's been waiting for my...
They didn't get any money, the bank cut
No,
it?
yeah, the bank cut it. So anyway, then she was scrolling through Facebook again and she saw an ad for Peter Alexander, which is a kind of luxury, jammy.
You need to ban her off Facebook.
I know, honestly. And they sell these amazing candles anyway. So she's seen an ad for this, clicks on it. She bought me and her some pajamas, and she bought a couple of candles. And she's been waiting for it to arrive, and she's checking her emails, and it says it's been delivered, and she's like, no, it hasn't. And long story short, I was like, show me your email, show me the correspondence. Like, I looked at the original confirmation order, and it took me to, I think it was like peteralexandervip.com, and I'm like, Mum, that's not their website. Like, and she's like, oh, well, I didn't know. I just clicked on the thing on Facebook. I'm like, Mum, before you buy anything else ever on the internet, can you please send it to me and I will let you know? Like, she's too scared of going on there. She's like, I'm never online shopping again. God bless her. Poor mother. She's not the greatest with technology. Anyways, apparently neither am I, because we still managed to get hacked. So. Anyways. That's my...
So I've walked out of the room, you stopped talking.
No, I was finished my story.
You finished your story.
Yes.
Well, we had that. There's all different scams. It's like that. During COVID, I decided that I was bored with the stuff in the studio and I'm going to find some new stuff. New clothes to have in the wardrobe. Even though our wardrobe's massive, I'm just over everything that's in there.
I'm getting a bit that way as well. I feel like I look through the clothes and I'm like, worn this. And I feel like I've seen everything.
You've taken most of it home and worn it out to every doff in Australia and then brought it back all frigging covered in red wine.
Your arm's cut off, by the way. Well, you're the one who complains.
What about being too close? I know, because you fart.
I like that we both have our own little individual
Yeah, we've got
box.
a little bar.
I like it. Anyway, yeah, you.
So if you transcended that little bar, that would be your little bar. No, that's right. Nothing.
You bought stuff and you got sent gardening gloves.
I wasn't good. No, that wasn't.
That was my favourite. Peter.
That wasn't clothing. That was this really cool wooden bench that was sort of had crisscrosses in it, and you wind the handle, the bench would raise and lower. I thought this thing is perfect for me to stick a V-flat on a whiteboard on there. I can just wind it up, wind it down for the model. I don't have to crawl underneath and heave it up like a clothesline.
So good. And then it arrived and it was a pair of gardening gloves.
Oh, we got our money back, so shut up. And I got to keep the gardening gloves that didn't fit me. My wife uses them still, I think. But we've done, like, if anything, all these people, like, we got all the money back from those clothes. Didn't we get more? Oh, we get to keep the clothes and got the money back.
I think, did we do the one with the clothes that you got? Did we do that for YouTube or Inspire? Where we cut them all up?
YouTube.
All right, I'll pop a link to it. It's funny when
we
you see what
it,
we ordered and what arrived. Oh my god,
they're unusable, so I cut them off and put ink and shit on them. But yeah, the best thing, even though we ordered every single one of those, we got our money back, but still had the stuff, so they're still out of pocket, the stuff and out of the postage. So, but I don't think they care. They must have sold $1 million.
I also, the thing with, like, Mum, so, like, when Mum got sent, I was like, how did you pay? Did you pay with PayPal? She was like, no, with my credit card. I'm like, woman, like, use PayPal. Because PayPal, you can then raise a case and fight it, and PayPal will more than likely go in your favour. And she's like, oh, what do I do? And I'm like, well, go to the bank. And now she's like, oh, I can't be bothered. She's like, but I'd like my $90 back. And I'm like, then go to the bank. She's like, oh, I can't be bothered. I'm like, well, then stop your whinging.
I don't look like an idiot in front of the bank.
She said her friend told her that the bank most likely won't give you your money back. I was like, no, banks are pretty onto this scamming stuff. Like,
no, but if she hasn't got it, it's a different thing.
Yeah, she hasn't got it because it's a scam.
I don't think you can
and
do
they're
that
saying
with the
it's
bank.
been delivered. I don't know. I'll take over it for her. I'll do it for her.
So I think it's a different thing if they're buying stuff with your credit card details.
Yeah.
I think that's the banks are on. But if it's just that it got lost in the post thing.
It's not lost in the post. It's not coming. It's a scam website.
Of course. On your mum.
On your mum, that's
Tip
right.
Top's the one.
I'll take care of her. She took care of me for all those years. It's time
Not
off.
very good care. Breastfed you red wine.
Not until I was 10.
She told me while you were breastfeeding, she used to pour it on the top of her boob and it ran into your mouth.
Wouldn't surprise me. No, I asked for a glass of wine when I was 10 and my parents were like, okay, she's not going to like it. And at 10 years old, I had a sip. I was like, oh, that's nice.
I think Lane was 8 or 9, he wanted a beer. Yeah, no worries, and just poured like a little shot glass of beer and you see he took the first sip and this is disgusting. And just, I like this.
So I was genuine.
He never ended up being a beer drinker, so I think mine might have turned him off beer.
I think my parents were trying to, like, that's why they gave me a little glass, being like, she's not going to like it, but it'll make her feel like a, you know, whatever. But joke's on them. I loved it.
Whoopsies. So,
I think that's us for.
that's us done, is it? Have we come up to, are we going to turn into pumpkins? Oh, we're overtime by 3 minutes.
Yeah.
We're fully on pumpkins.
Pumpkins? Why are we pumpkins?
Don't you turn into a pumpkin after?
Cinderella's.
Cinderella. Oh, that's right. You're more into Snow White.
I like Cinderella as well, but I like Snow White. I don't know. I like lots of the princesses.
Oh, and if anyone knows, just before we go, a scam site that Beck can get some Taylor Swift tickets off, so we can have something to talk about in the next week, where she gets scammed for Taylor Swift tickets, and then she just canned her mum all this podcast, and you're going to about to get scammed. You're going to turn up to use them. They're going to, they're fake.
No, so I'm going to my friend's place tonight because her friend just got tickets off this, because her other friend just got tickets off this one.
Yeah,
and
but you haven't gone to the front door yet.
But her friend got them for Tokyo, and he went the other night, and the tickets were
Tokyo.
Yes.
Oh, this is feeling like a scam.
I have to use a VPN to get it though.
This is sounding a lot like a scam. You better not use my money.
No, I use my money. That I don't have. If anyone wants to send me money for Taylor Swift tickets.
Not everything's a scam. You're not allowed to solicit. You can solicit on your OnlyFarts page. You're not soliciting this page. At least people get
I'll
sent.
send you my PayPal
sent to Beck. So she has the pickled onion scent. She has the stuffed potato. What do you call them? A potato in a jacket. What do you do? What do you call them?
A jacket potato.
A jacket. No. What do you call your stuffed potato things you do?
A loaded potato.
A loaded potato. So she got loaded potato
maybe I'll
farts.
do those for dinner tonight.
She's got bolognese farts. She's got a whole lot. Anyway, we keep forgetting to put up the link to your OnlyFarts page.
Because I don't have one. You're the one who farted before you.
I didn't. It was the
dirty
fridge door.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I don't think I can. I'm too old to fart that long. Well, as I walked away, the door just.
Yeah, right.
Did you smell anything?
No.
Well, it definitely wasn't me then.
Gross.
Well, I'm old. Old people's farts. Like if you've got like 62 years of poo particles up there.
Yuck. Oh my God! Can we please finish this podcast?
Is that going to be our? That can be our.
No, we're going to be on Facebook now, weren't we?
I thought you were going to put a picture of poo particles.
No, I'm not doing that. Yuck.
Well, you have to do the Facebook jar.
I will. I'll Photoshop.
And no more of this square shit like the
I
last
won't.
one. It's a pain in the ass. So we need it long. We need it 19 by 6, whatever it is.
Okay, I'll do that. And we hope you guys have a nice weekend. We'll see you again next week.
See ya.
Bye, guys.